It was a punk rock day. A show came on, so I decided to stay. It wasn't good, I watched it anyway. Oh, yeah, that is a punk rock day. Yeah, that is a punk rock day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of the feedback you provide that we don't care about, keeps us on an even playing field, and we like that. Real quick shout out to our sponsor, who absolutely no one. Feel bad and give us money. Anyhow, moving straight into it today. Today we're going to be talking about a game that's been out for a good amount of time now, but it's finally been out long enough to where we can get it super duper cheap, and that's right, of course, today we are talking about the one, the only, the one and only Call of Duty Vanguard. That's right, Call of Duty Vanguard, man. This one's been out for a smidge of time now and whatnot. Probably coming up on a year or two. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But of course, we never got it when it came out because we're not the biggest Call of Duty fans. So, we're not feeling like dropping 60, 70, $75, man, on a, title that comes out. But lo and behold, GameStop, man, had this mofo for $14.99, all right? So, $14.99 with the pro perk, $5 discount made it, about $11 and such. And we can get on board with a campaign for $11. Not our most favorite, price to pay. We would like to come in on the free and whatnot. And if, which one was this? Activision, Treyarch, everyone affiliated with Call of Duty would just give us a bunch of free copies of shit and free product and mainly free money. Obviously it wouldn't be an issue and we wouldn't have to wait that long to check it out and play it. But now that we've waited long enough to check it out and play it and we got it cheap as hell, what can be said about our first thoughts and impressions on Call of Duty Vanguard? Well, before we give you those, obviously, let's rock our credentials to make it aware that you know what we're talking about because we are professional gamers. So Call of Duty Vanguard, man, if you are a fan of a typical kind of Call of Duty first-person campaign that you trek through, because, yeah, disclaimer, first thoughts and impressions and whatnot, we haven't even beaten the campaign yet, but we get to talk about stuff whenever we want to talk about it, and it's not our fault that Diablo 4 came out and has wanted to occupy all of our time more so than Call of Duty Vanguard. That's no one's fault except Blizzard and Diablo for making it, such a great play to make us want to go play it. That's right. So back to Call of Duty Vanguard that we haven't, beat the campaign yet on. But our first thoughts and impressions, of course, and our core everything surrounds the campaign on, any title like this, even Battlefield and stuff. And then they stop releasing campaigns on shit. It doesn't matter. That's a whole nother story that we'll tell you whenever we run out of content to tell you, obviously, because we get to talk about whatever we want. So Call of Duty Vanguard, man, first thoughts and impressions, man. It is definitely a worthwhile kind of go through, man. If you can kind of separate yourself from, historical accuracies and, some fiction as far as characters and leeway with the story and everything like that, man. The core elements of everything that make it a playable campaign, though, are there. You just have to look past some of that other stuff. But what we will give this title mad props on is the fact that they don't curtail to the historical accuracies of what is actually represented in the game world. So you are going to have the insignia, from the Third Reich and stuff on there that, a lot of other games have done without and cut out of their content and stuff like that. But if you are making a period piece game and you are going to involve elements of, the Third Reich and stuff like that, man, you have to take it as a whole. The minute that you omit stuff and cut stuff out, man, it changes the entire dynamic, man, and it changes it from the faction that the story is, surrounding or revolving around and whatnot. It changes it altogether, man, and creates a made-up faction if you were to do away with a lot of the insignia, man, and the dynamics of how that, entity operated and things of that nature. So mad props on Treyarch and everything like that for sticking to, the basic setting. And we say just setting, because the characters, that's something else, that you can definitely, we're not even going to really want to get into the characters and stuff like that, because, while a couple of them are built fairly okay, man, and while a couple of their stories are okay and decent to kind of go through, and you kind of can grow an affinity for it or an attachment to it, or understand the reasoning behind why they are where they are at, or why they act how they act, or anything like that, man. Those elements and stuff are there, and they can shine through. So as you're going through individual aspects of the campaign, and the individual people in the elite squad of soldiers and stuff that you in essence take on the roles and fight with and fight as, at different points and whatnot, not to spoil anything, man, there's definitely some elements there or whatever that can draw you in and give you at least some sort of appreciation for the character, even if they don't feel like they belong in the game or in the elite squad or whatever and whatnot. The kind of the story that they bring to light is action-based enough, it's enticing enough, it's written well enough, man, to where you can go through it and actually elicit some it elicits enjoyment and such from you, and that you're not wasting your whole time or anything like that. So, like we said, man, first thoughts and impressions, everything is there, man. Call of Duty, the core gunplay hasn't changed drastically in a very, very, very long time. So, it's definitely, it's solid. There are no ways about it and stuff. You might argue that you don't like, the damage that a certain weapon does, or you might not like, some elements of, how they presented or put it on the forefront of you to kind of experience and such. You can nitpick little stuff like that, and it's Call of Duty, and you can do that with almost any first-person shooter across the board. Someone's not gonna like the reload animations, or the damage output, or the damage fall off, or X, Y, and Z, man. But as far as the core gunplay goes and the core gameplay goes and whatnot, it's as solid as any other recent Call of Duty release and whatnot. You point, you shoot, it's gonna go in essence where you want it to, and with everything like that. So you don't got to get all involved in hating different aspects of it, because all the core game of Call of Duty has been built, man. You just copy paste it to every iteration, man, that comes out. Change a couple set pieces, change a few names of the characters, a couple skins and outfits, change the setting and whatnot, and you're good to go. But needless to say, Call of Duty, first thoughts and impressions on Vanguard. Man, it's definitely worth a check out. If you are a fan of first-person shooters, if you are a fan of Call of Duty in general, and you just want one of those kind of over-the-top, action-y, campaigns to run through and things of that nature, because they are over-the-top, and they are a little unrealistic and a little unbelievable and things of that nature, man. But, it somehow works in the realm of fiction, set within the realm of historical accuracies that is marred with fictional, attributes and characters and events and things of that nature. Makes sense. It's real and unreal and real and unreal, man. Just all mixed together and whatnot. But it pulls into an okay little play. So there you go. Play it, don't play it. We don't care. We just want your money. Call of Duty Vanguard, get it cheap enough, man. Definitely not a bad little pickup. So for us, in essence, we got it for $11. We would love to get it for free, obviously, but $11 is a decent buy-in, man. We'd rather 11 than 70, because we can do that, 6 times and get 6 different games on that caliber of, timeout and release and price and everything like that. Man, for the cost of just one iteration of picking it up at release. But needless to say, Call of Duty Vanguard gets a good old-fashioned V for very Vanguard-y or something. I don't know, or V for Vanguard, or V for visit your ATM, get money, shove that shit in an envelope and send it to us, because we very much would like your money. So you should give it to us, obviously. That's it. Give us money. Have a good one. You probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.